my lovelies. Welcome to the channel. So if you are new to the channel, I want to say welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome back. My name is Kamoy, and we are doing the daily vibration for today. It is August 25th, 2022. So that's 8/25 or 25th, 2022. And we are vibrating on the number 3 today. If you add the month, the day, and the year, and if you don't add the month, the day, and the year, and you're just using the day, right? We're vibrating on the number 7. So let's jump into a few things, my love. So you guys know that August is about to wrap up. Okay, so I want to say happy Libra season. What am I saying, Libra? Happy Virgo season, as we just flopped on over to Virgo, right? I also want you to keep in mind that energy is fluid. So whenever you click on this video or this message, if it resonates and vibrates, you want to be able to take what you need, leave what you don't, shelf what you don't understand, and circle on back in case you need to gain some confirmation, some inspiration, or some clarification, right? So you also want to know that you're responsible for mastering all 12 aspects of the zodiac wheel, because all 12 aspects you interact with on a daily basis, but they're also aspects of yourself, right? So that's why I teach the allegories as well as the archetypes of these energies, so you can be able to begin to learn how to move and navigate through them, right? With that being said, number 8 for the 8th month, you do need to know that the number 8 is vibrating on insightful energy, but you need to maybe delegate some things today, right? Being self-reliant today is going to be important with that number 8, as well as maybe thinking about your prosperity, right? And that might not necessarily mean finances per se, right? The flip side to the number 8 energy, however, can be domineering energy. It can also be like energy with people operating with like a superiority complex, okay? So be mindful of that. And you can see people like communicating today with no manners, right? And we're also about to go into retrograde energy. Not to mention that. So if you're super sensitive to energy, you can already start to maybe pick up some of that retrograde vibration, right? So you do need to be mindful of that. So as far as the overall energy vibrating on the number 3 today, what you need to keep in mind is the number 3 can tap into that energy of using your imagination. It is energy from the mental plane. The number 3 vibrates in the mental plane. So we're talking about your thoughts here, your imagination, your perspective, okay? So tapping into the number 3 today, you can use your imagination, right? You can begin to find inspiration all around you, as well as you can find in the atmosphere non-confrontal energy, like people, may not want to confront things, or non-confrontational energy. People don't want to be confrontational today. Or you can find the flip side of that energy is people can be very confrontational, right? Especially with all of these twos in the date. We do have the soul plane, as far as numerology is concerned today, fully active, right? So that's a fully active energy. All 3 numbers, which is the 2, the 5, and the 8, is in the date today. So you can find super, super, super duper intuitive energy in the atmosphere. So you want to trust your inspiration. For those of you that feel like, because I want to talk about the flip side to the non-confrontational energy, because some people may need to confront some things today under the number 3, right? Tapping into your enthusiasm today is going to be key. Some days you do need to tell your feelings what to feel, right? Especially if you're picking up, maybe some, I don't want to even say lower vibrational energy. If you're picking up on some depressive thoughts, so maybe you're picking up on some feelings within yourself that's not really aligning you with where you want to be, right? You can definitely speak to your feelings and then really begin to reprogram how you think and your perspective on things, right? Being enthusiastic today can help also. That's vibrating within the number 3. The flip side of the number 3 today is, however, you can find that people may be operating with a lack of stamina. You may find that some people are in mania, right? We are in Virgo season now, so that over analytical energy is in the atmosphere, right? I want you to be mindful though, because Virgo's shadow energy is Pisces, right? So Virgo can be like the discriminating energy because you can begin to overanalyze things, right? But Virgo energy can also bring you to a place of eliminating things that's not aligning with your health and your well-being. So you need to learn how to balance that Virgo's energy. Pisces is a shadow aspect of Virgo. With Pisces being a shadow aspect of Virgo, you can tend to maybe live in a world of illusions sometimes, not really get into that higher aspect of maybe understanding why a situation worked out or the role that you played in that situation, right? Pisces energy about learning how to either suffer or serve, right? We're all here for service of some kind, right? You're here to utilize the energy. Nobody, the minute you begin to stop utilizing the energy and stop creating is the minute that you are going to find that you've exit this reality, right? Stagnant energy has to leave this plane. So you constantly have to be moving, right? Because emotions is energy in movement, right? So be mindful of that, right? The shadow aspect as you're moving throughout Virgo season, you should be looking at is Pisces. And Pisces can be very compassionate to the point where they are observing everybody else's feelings and understanding everybody else's shit except for themselves, okay? So be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the day. The flip side could be mania for the number 3, mood swings, no imagination, okay? People can literally be operating in these things and then want to project these things your way, okay? So be mindful of that. If you're going to be dealing with any aspect of the number 7 from the date, the 25th, if you add 5 and 2 together, you get 7. You can tap into some self-alchemy here, right? More spiritual awareness. You can also find natural healing energy dwells within the number 7, right? Beginning to understand, and I want to say understand others, right? And this is when not taking things personally comes into play. Stability is going to be a part of the number 7. The flip side to 7 is codependency, maybe even feeling a little distant, right? Morbid energy, resentful energy, right? So be mindful that some people are moving in these spaces and reacting from these spaces, okay? You don't have to. You get to choose what side of the coin you want to operate on, but some people are operating in these spaces, so be mindful of that, okay? Now, we do have 5 in the date, which is always a beautiful thing. 5 brings in change. 5 is also the highest vibration of love when you're dealing with numerology. It also brings in opportunities. It also brings you to a place of maybe releasing and surrendering, right? Flip side to number 5, how is it can be non-committal energy. You really don't want to commit to anything. You find that some people have a problem committing today, so be mindful of that. Don't take that personally, right? You can also find people have very rigid thinking as well as their actions are rigid, right? Irresponsible energy could be in the atmosphere today. You can find some discord in the atmosphere today with the number 5. Okay, so that's just the numerology aspect of the energy that you are walking into. Okay, that's not even including the other energies that you have in the atmosphere that you could be tapping into personally, right? So you get to pick and choose which one of these energetic vibrations you want to pull from, vibrate in, and move through, right? This is doing the work, but this is also learning alchemy, how to manipulate energy, right? If you know today that the number 3 is in the atmosphere strongly because of the overall date on the Gregorian calendar, right? You begin to understand that, all right, I can tap into my imagination, right? Because and as I tap into my imagination, I need to know that people may have mood swings today, right? So I shouldn't take that personally, because the flip side to 3 is people gonna have mood swings, right? So I shouldn't really take things personally today because everybody got some shit going on with them. 7 is in the atmosphere, so people think about their stability, right? And not everybody's spiritual aware on the flip side of 7, right? Some people have a morbid way of thinking about things, and some people are operating with resentment in their heart. Like, so you have so much information of what's going on, so you can literally choose to navigate through all of this energy without feeling and taking things personal and feeling like you're a target for people to mistreat you and misuse you. Not to say that that is not some people's intention, but if you are aware of the energy, you can then transmute that energy and allow that energy to work for you, not against you, okay? All right, so I should have gotten my bottle of water. Let me go on and grab a bottle of water, y'all. But we're starting off the overall energy day from spirit, right? We're going to be doing the elements now. So we're talking about spirit, ether, source energy. Then we're also going to be doing the 4 elements: air, water, fire, and earth, right? Which is going to be broken down to what you think, what you feel, what you do, and the practicality of it all, grounding yourself in the manifestation. So we're talking about after you've thought about a thing, after you've felt the way about a thing, after you've acted upon that thing, right? Earth energy is going to show you the birthing of that thing. Okay, so we started off with the praying, not the praying mantis, the mantis beings, right? Let me grab about a water, and then we are going to get into the energy of the day. Give me 1 second, y'all. I should have did this. This should have been done before. I am sorry. So I started working out this week a little bit more consistently. So today I am not as sore as I thought I was going to be, but there is still some soreness, especially when climbing the steps to go upstairs. And I chose to really get more engaged in my health, really, because I'm understanding as you're getting older, honey, you need to maintain flexibility so your joints don't lock up on you. So some form of movement is going to be required as you get older. Okay. So Spirit is saying we have the praying mantis energy in the atmosphere, right? And the praying mantis energy, when it shows up, just so you guys know, this energy can be elusive, right? It can also be hypersensitive to other energies around it, right? This energy can operate in altered states of consciousness. This energy is also open-minded. And I kind of feel like this energy can show up in orbs. So some people can be seeing orbs, right? The flip side to the mantis beings, however, is little energy, stagnant energy, right? Very narrow-minded energy and redundant energy, okay? So we also have popping up with the mantis today is the grays. Timid energy, misunderstood energy, that's shy energy. That energy can also be very fragile, right? The flip side to the grays can be empowered, misunderstood, speaking up for yourself, beginning to feel valued, right? So overall, Spirit is saying that there's sensitive energy in the atmosphere. You may have to change your state of mind throughout the day as you're moving today. Be open-minded. I feel like you may also not want to take things literally when people are moving today, right? And I say that because you have the transits popping up here, right? With the Astro deck or the Astro Oracle. And when you see transits popping up, this is like things leaving and coming into your experiences. And this could include people too, right? So be open-minded today for the things leaving and coming into your experience, right? Because there is energy of misunderstandings in the atmosphere, but this misunderstanding also can present you with an opportunity to be empowered, or this opportunity is presenting, others to feel empowered, okay? I kind of feel also, as you're paying attention to the climate and the transits of things leaving and things coming into your experience, you want to, Pisces energy showing up again. I talked about Pisces a little bit with the shadow energy of Virgo, right? Pisces is showing up here with the 12th house energy. This is being introspective. Okay, so you have introspective energy showing up here with Pisces energy. When Pisces energy shows up, this is a house of suffering. This is where you learn how to serve, right? Or suffer. And by serving means, I want to say being truthful with yourself and being truthful with others, not taking things personally, and understanding that everybody that enters your experience is showing you a different aspect of yourself. Okay, everybody that comes into your experience is showing you a different aspect of yourself, whether it's an aspect of yourself that you need to embrace because you've outgrown some things, whether it's an aspect of yourself that's not very pretty that you need to work on or change and accept, right? Or whether it's an aspect of yourself, or whether it's an aspect of yourself that you need to let go. Okay, so you need to be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the energy. All right, be introspective today, right? Because there is sensitive energy in the atmosphere. You don't have to take things personally. You can begin to use your enthusiasm and understand that people are going to have mood swings. There's nothing you can do about people on their mood swings, right? And as you're being introspective today, think about the things that bring you pleasure, right? Think about the abundance in your life. Right? Think about how you're going to be moving forward. Not really thinking about where you're stuck right now and what you don't have and what you could have and what you did have and who did what, right? That's not the energy that you want to be in today, because that's being narrow-minded. That's being redundant. That's like replaying the loop. Okay? You got too much energy in the atmosphere with these twos that's hypersensitive. And I keep saying this is a season of projection. Like, really, this is a year of projection, because a lot of people are choosing not to deal with their feelings. So they're just straight up and down, just projecting. They're not dealing with their feelings, so they just projecting. Right? So Spirit is saying it's time for you to look forward. Right? Look forward. Yes, you may have been misunderstood, but for some people, it's really about you tapping in and allowing your mind to be expanded past your current situation, or past this current problem, or past this current feeling. Okay? And I kind of feel like some people have gotten to a place where they have manifested that in which they asked for. And now that they're there, it's kind of like, okay, now what? Now what? But what you don't want to do is to begin to create negative mind loops, to replay negative experiences in your life, okay? So be mindful of that. It's time for you to move forward. Okay, so we do have holding up in the what people are thinking area. This is the air energy. So what people are thinking collectively, or what you are thinking collective, on a personal level. We do have the Four of Pentacles showing up on here with throat chakra energy. Not to mention, we also have the Sun card popping up on here. And we got Leo's I don't know, the Sun card popping up here. I'm sorry, y'all. I got something in my eye. So we got the Sun card popping up here. We also have the Death card popping up here. We got Leo's energy in the atmosphere as we're moving throughout this this energy, okay? You did need to be mindful about some things as you are moving throughout this energy, though. I'm trying to feel like some people are transiting over and being more cautious with not just money, but the energy that they put into things and the energy that they've been putting into people. The Death card represents transformation, and it's kind of like you may have been in a situation where there could have been some type of financial instability, right? And you're in a position maybe now where you're thinking about transitioning past that, getting out of that loop, okay? I feel like this is financial security coming in, or having the confidence. You got spiritual teachers showing up on here with this energy as far as what you're thinking. And I feel like this is like making sure that you're listening to positive things. Making sure that you're keeping positive things in your ear. Making sure that you're doing the work that's required for you not to get stuck in a negative mental loop. I kind of feel like messages for a rabbit is about trusting your intuition. Using nature also to help you to determine exactly where you are now. Emotionally, mentally, you know. Whatever you've been chasing, whatever codependent relationship that's trying to keep you locked down, whatever fear, whatever insecurity, right? It is time for you to let it go. There's some type of transformation coming into your thinking about how you see your finances, or how you see security, or how you see stability, okay? For some people, this is getting rid of some stuff, you know, because you may have been holding on to maybe some past stuff from a past relationship or from a past, you know, project. And you finally decided that you're going to get rid of those stuff, which is bringing in clean, new, and fresh energy, right? The spiritual teacher card, I feel like, especially when it comes to your thinking, I really feel like this is grounding yourself, maybe like I said, with affirmations, or finding someone that can actually teach you how to navigate through your wounds, teach you how to navigate through your emotions, teach you how to navigate through your mental chatter and clutter. You know, and maybe even teach you how to navigate through the physical world that was created by all of that internal chaos. Okay? So today in that thinking, people may definitely find themselves wanting to hear something more spiritual, or maybe even wanting to get more grounded, right? Because they're in a place where they're really just thinking about their stability, financial security, you know, getting back control, you know? There's some type of transformation coming forth, some type of confidence coming forth. All right, so you do need to be mindful of that. That is going to be important. Okay, so let's see what are people feeling. You got the Moon card showing up here in reverse. You also have the Knight of Pentacles showing up here. So the Moon card showing up in reverse is really being able emotionally maybe just to release anything that you feared. Releasing anything, you know, because this is the thing. You can't control people. You can't control what people think. You can't control what people do, right? You can't control people. Okay. That's the one thing that you're going to have to like really understand as you're navigating through this spiritual world, is you cannot control people. You can't control what you just can't. So getting rid of the thought that you can control people is going to be key as you're moving throughout this energy, right? So I kind of feel like this right here is some things and some truth may have came out, maybe some untold secrets, some lies, some illusions that people may have been living by. And I really feel like this can even be some self-defeating chatter, right? You do have the Knight of Pentacles coming in here. This is stability. This is working towards something. Like you haven't fully gotten to the end yet, but you're working towards something, right? You're working towards something. Strange encounters, you got to believe, right? Everything is relevant. Nothing is by coincidence. So you do need to know that as you're moving throughout the day. I feel like books popping up here, this is getting the information that you need, right? And getting the information that you need is going to be important because we do have popping up on the board third eye chakra, which means that your perception and how you view things is going to be important as you're moving throughout this energy, right? We have Pisces energy showing up also along with Neptune's energy, okay? Very important. Pisces energy and Neptune energy. Neptune rules Pisces. That's the ascension part. That's coming to a higher level of awareness, right? The books is showing up here, and I feel like this is doing the research. This is maybe doing journaling, for some people, Googling, for some people actually taking the time out to research and find, like a therapist, a spiritual advisor, a life coach, whatever it is, right? For some people, it is definitely just reading and figuring out who you are. Okay? Yeah. Which is going to bring in unconditional love and you being able to not just give but receive. A lot of people don't understand that you're dealing with takers, right? So this is the things. They're giver and they're takers in the world. And a taker can't usually stay with a taker. Two takers can't be together because they're just going to deplete each other. Right? Two givers can be together, but two takers can't be together. A taker's always going to be able to gravitate towards a giver. So if you do not love yourself and love yourself unconditionally, regardless of what you've been through, what you've done, what you haven't done, right? Forgiving yourself means that you've forgiven yourself and you've learned from your lessons, and you really don't have to explain your past to anyone unless you feel like you need that to gain some type of trust and it's a vulnerable moment. But in this journey, you don't really have to check in with everybody on this journey. It's a self path journey. Okay, so emotionally today, you can find the truth is coming out. There's still some more work to do, right? You definitely want to be able to get the help that you need from doing whatever research you're doing. And believe that nothing happens by coincidence. Everything is relevant. Everything is relevant. Everything is relevant. You need to know that. Okay. I cannot not stress that enough. Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles showing up again. Remember, that was just showing up in your emotions. Now it's showing up in the way you should be moving today. Knight of Pentacles, and it's showing up, but it's showing up with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which usually means that there's no opportunity. But Knight of Pentacles is saying be persistent, right? There's some type of loss of opportunity, maybe some type of financial blockage going on here. Knight of Pentacles is saying in your action today, be patient, especially if you're trying to do something financially and it may not necessarily be panning out the way that you need to. The Fool card is also showing up here, which means that you're probably not trusting yourself and you're not really taking that leap of faith. It's like you want it, but you want to tell the universe how to do it. And for some people, this could definitely be around money and career change, right? And I really want to emphasize care change. Care. What do you care about? Is it just about the money? Is it just, is it about you making, a living where you can be happy and be free to do the things that you want to do? They're two different things. Right? If you're chasing a bag, then you're not really holding space for that place where you can really live your dream and be happy. Chasing the bag means that something is going to get lost in the course. Money is supposed to be a tool. Right? Money is supposed to be a tool. Money is not supposed to be able to control you. But if you're chasing the bag, that means you're running after money. Money's controlling you. Use it as a tool. So what do you care about when you're moving, when you're looking towards your career? What are you caring about? And really, are you taking a leap of faith? Are your actions matching what you say you care about? Are you being patient? Are you being practical? This is the second time this Knight of Pentacles came out. Being practical, being methodical. Saturn is showing up here. You also have the heart chakra. Heart chakra, throat chakra came out so far, as well as third eye chakra. It's up to you. It's really up to you. Unconditional love, remember? Some people may be hesitation, and I remember how I said nothing is by coincidence. Some of you may get that surprise, but is your belief system matching what you said it is? The outcome in what you say you want? Or are you trying to please everyone in the way you're moving in your actions? This is not the time to try to please everyone. It's just not. So as far as the practical realm is concerned, after you've thought about a thing, felt the way you felt about a thing, done what you've done towards that thing, the outcome is a lot of throat chakra energy, a lot of communication popping up here. But it feels like a peaceful resolution, but not without anxiety. So you're going to get to the other side of this, but it won't be without some anxiety. And some of that is actually you bringing that anxiety on yourself. You're going to have to ground yourself and be patient, be methodical. And for some of you, the methodicalness that you need to use really don't have anything to do with anything physical. It's just grounding yourself in this energy. The Four Swords energy here paired with the Five of Swords. Seven of Cups, options. Healing. Body work. This is where the meditation and the breathing comes in. This is what I'm talking about. Being patient, methodical, planning. You're going to have to keep up the effort and do the work. It's just like I'm at this point now where I can feel my body. After not working out for a few months, you begin to feel that in your body. And I'm at the point now where I want to be able to be more flexible like I was 3-4 months ago. Which means I have to do certain things to get that. It's not just going to happen by itself. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Or you might be working with someone that's self-sabotaging themselves and projecting it on you. Remember, if this is not you, it could be the energy that you're interacting with. And you could be acting or involved with someone or a situation where you're dealing with narcissistic energy. Somebody could be love bombing you. Or have love bombed you. Or you probably could have been manipulating the situation, or you could have love bombed somebody. And I kind of feel like this is for people that show up only when they need something. And you want to check on your strong friends, because a lot of people think strong friends don't really need them because they're strong, quote unquote strong. So the outcome today is pretty simple. There is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. There should be some communication. There is option. There is healing energy here. You're going to have to do the body work, aka the breathing, right? You're going to have to make the effort as you're moving throughout the day-to-day. Do not self-sabotage yourself, right? And I want to say everybody has a little narcissistic tendency in them if you don't keep that shit in check, which means you can think it's all about you. Right? So if you're in a one-sided situation today, just remember that you have options. Okay? All right, my loves. So, yeah, I know the deal, all right? Overall, energy. Sensitive energy in the atmosphere. Timid energy in the atmosphere. Insightful energy in the atmosphere. But dominating energy in the atmosphere. Not to mention mood swings in the atmosphere. The question is, as you move towards this energy, you know, especially when it comes to deal with your stability and your abundance, right? How are you going to react to the transits? See, the climate is going to change. If you're dealing with mood swings today, like how are you going to react to that, right? Introspection. Pay attention to what your perspective is in the situation and how it applies to you, right? Think about what brings you pleasure, or maybe what you may have been overindulging in as far as pleasure is concerned, or what you may have been taking for granted, or who you may have been taking for granted. Abundance is the key, and abundance doesn't necessarily mean money. It can be love, it can be happiness, joy, of health, and feeling good, just being genuinely joyful and grateful for what you have. It is about also going forward. So it's your choice. You can't be happy or sad at the same time. You're going to have to choose which one you want. Right? All right, so y'all know the deal. You want to do something kind for yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to honor yourself. And I will see y'all in tomorrow's vibration where I have some announcements for you guys. All right, bye, my loves. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Don't forget it's Jupiter Day, so whatever you put out into the atmosphere today will be expanded. All right, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful day.